I have begun part one, digging a trough to set the fiberglass greenhouse in, and digging this big deep trough here for a pond. And it looks like it's about 4 feet deep maybe, and I don't know, let's see, measure it. Crap, it's only about 2.5 feet deep. So I think I'll just lie down in here and take a nap. Easier when it gets this deep to use a pickaxe and a bucket to scoop it up rather than a shovel.
You found anything interesting down there?
I found some skeletons, some Indian arrowheads, and what the heck? It's a golden plate! Okay, here's my finished aquaponics system. Here is that pond that I was digging. It's down there. It's about 3 feet deep, 3 feet wide, 6 feet long, but it's kind of kidney shaped. So it's hard to tell exactly how many gallons I have in there. And then I have this bed and these plants have been in here for a while and are still doing fine. I've got this big long bed here. This is a little bit different because I didn't buy the beds, I made them out of wood that I got for pretty cheap, and put pond liner in there, which I also got really cheap when Rona was going out of business.
Why?
Just because. Okay, let's see. Here's the fishies that we just got in the mail all the way across the continent and across the border. And now we're going to put them in. So these are the first fish.
We're getting big fish.
Okay, thank you to Jude for helping me film this. And here's my aquaponics system now. They call this summer in the Northwest. It's about 65 degrees. I have been gone for a month, and I had somebody feeding the fish once a day, and the plants have really grown up a lot. Some of the leaves are not doing too well, particularly on this cucumber here. And part of the problem is there's just not enough nutrients for the plants because I was not actually sent 50 tilapia, but only 25. So I keep adding more minnows and just put in some more goldfish, and there's also some guppies in there. And if I take this bell siphon out, you can see little holes at the bottom of the bell siphon. When the water drains down to that level, the little holes break the suction and the siphoning stops. And when the water gets to the top of that standpipe, it gets sucked down this little funnel-shaped piece at the top. And you can see that it has started in that one over there. See, the water is coming out very rapidly into the pond. There's a little piece of PVC piping down in there. I just put that in there for a hiding place for the fish. This siphon is just beginning, and then it's going to empty out all the water into the pond. There's a pump in the pond which continuously pumps water up through this 3/4 inch polyethylene tubing into the grow beds. I have this just to hold the tubing in place. And then it's 1-inch tubing coming out of the grow beds into the pond. And going into the grow beds, there is a valve to control the water flow into the beds. There's that one. The only problem I had with making the beds out of wood was that I couldn't find a way to make a proper seal on the drain. I used these uni-seals, and the standpipe goes right through the center, and as you can see they're about a centimeter thick, but the wood I used was 1 inch thick, so the uni-seals did not go all the way through the wood, and even with silicone there was a small drip. Also, I couldn't find a bulkhead fitting that had a neck long enough to go through the 1-inch plywood. So what I would do next time is cut a square out of the 1-inch plywood where the drain's going to be, and then screw on a 1/4 inch piece of plywood onto that, and then drill your circle hole for the drain through that 1/4 inch piece of plywood, which is what I did to fix the drip on this bed over here. Now these two beds over here overhang the pond, so they do have a small slow drip, but it just drips into the pond, so it doesn't really make much difference.
There's some fishies. Hello, fishies. Hello.
Here's some barrels of duckweed, and I've got some goldfish in here to eat the mosquito larvae.
Aurora is trapped in jail because she got in, but she can't get out. She's not smart enough. And Aurora being dumb. Yeah, she needs some help, I think.
No, I'll leave her.
Now try not to go back in there because you didn't go out the way you came in.